Hello everybody, this is Mato Anomalies. This is an indie RPG. Well, I'm not sure if it's an indie or not. I think it is. There's not a lot of information about this game online. It's, well, indie or not, it's an RPG from China, from a Chinese studio called Arrowiz. Arrow as in arrow, you know, the weapon. Arrowiz. I beat this game about, what was it, like 2 months ago, and then I made a review on it, based on it. Out of nowhere, I usually don't do reviews based on indie RPGs, but for some reason the game left me with a lot to talk about, and I really wanted to talk about it and to make a video about it, so I did. And today I'm gonna show it to you guys, finally. So, let's go with new game. It's a pretty weird beginning. It's a neo-noir, kind of futuristic, dystopian RPG about a detective and, well, some kind of weird-ass samurai. I'll let the game explain everything, but you'll be very confused. Gotta pay a lot of attention to this game to understand the story. I mean, just look at this. What the hell is this? Who's talking to you? What's going on here? Yeah, this is a game that when I first started playing, I saw this and I was like, what the hell am I playing, man? This is, or in a good sense, you know, like I'm intrigued. Like, what the hell is this? It immediately asks you to make a decision. This broken mirror, this shattered dimension, this jigsaw puzzle of reality. Yes, I'm ready. I appreciate your determination. So this place is called Mato. Enter the protagonist, a would-be detective who opens the door to fate. So Mato is pretty much, I don't think it's like a universe or something, it's just a city. Specifically, or pretty much based on the country. And then parts of the story will be told like this.
Mr. Doe, you just got home. Why the rush to leave?
Great voice acting, surprisingly good.
There must be some misunderstanding. I forgot to bring my stuff.
The only actor, curiously though, the only actor that's not that great is the protagonist himself. I don't remember the name of the guy who voices it, but he could have done a better job in my opinion, but everybody else is like, wow.
Have a seat, Mr. Doe. I'll have someone take care of that for you. That is, if you really do have something outside.
That voice should sound familiar to some of you. If you play JRPGs in English, or if you played a lot of them.
Okay, let's cut to the chase. You're here because Aqua Tower was shut down suddenly.
Anyway, the actor who plays the protagonist isn't bad.
They must owe you a lot of money. What a shame. For your information, I ended my relationship with Aqua Tower a while ago.
Ended? But the contract is still active, Mr. Doe.
What contract? I don't know what you mean.
Let me be straight with you. We're doing a job. Someone hired us.
This is so, I mean, have you guys seen a movie called Dark City?
Quietly.
Directed by Alex Proyas, the same director of The Crow, the first movie. The one that matters, the good movie. Well, the second Crow movie wasn't that bad. It's just mediocre, maybe average. You know, it's Deftones plays in the movie, so I forget the movie for being bad because of Deftones. No, it isn't bad. Anyway, this game has a lot of bad reviews. Because when it came out, it had a battle system, a card battle system. It has 2 battle systems, turn-based. The first one is alright, nothing wrong with it. The second one, the card battle system, it was pretty challenging and pretty convoluted, hard to understand. But then they made an update, the developers made an update, but they made this update like long after all of their bad reviews. And the update lets you skip those turn-based card battles after 3 attempts. So if it's too difficult, or if you don't want to deal to them, just die, you know, get killed 3 times in a row, and then you'll be able to skip it. And that's it. You know, you don't have to deal with them. And I'll be honest with you, I ended up skipping some of them. Because they are... I don't want to say poorly designed. I just want to say that they are kind of a bit unenjoyable. I mean, they are creative, you know, but they're just way too broken, way too difficult. In this playthrough today, of these first couple of hours, I'll show you. I think we're gonna get into one of those battles, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you don't want to wait, feel free to watch my review. Also, don't expect me to do more reviews like those. I mean, that was a once in a lifetime. It was also included in my compilation of reviews. It's a video I did last week called 10 Hidden Gems, JRPG Hidden Gem Reviews, where I compiled a bunch of RPGs, weird reviews that I did on obscure RPGs that I probably shouldn't have done, most of them, but I did. It's just they barely get any views. You know, I usually review these games in other types of videos, like top 10s or 5 RPGs I need to talk about, you know. That's a series. I have a new episode coming out in a few weeks. By the way, thanks for joining, everybody. I see people here in chat. Getting the true ending for this game is not easy. What? The game has a true ending? Well, actually, it has a couple of kind of bad endings, you're right about that. But they're early. Like the last ending, the actual ending of the game is just one, as far as I'm concerned. I don't remember. You know, I got the true ending. I want to ask you, what do you think about a game called The Legend of Dragoon? Do you think it's good? Seriously, man? $7? What's that? $7 is what, like... You saw this game for $7? Anyway, another complaint about this game was that there was a lot of dialogue, and I'm like, no. Persona and Trails have way more dialogue than this game. And there were a lot of comparisons to the Persona series, because this game feels a bit like one, but not really. It's just the music, maybe, and some events. I mean, I see the influence of Persona in this game, but it's like, no, it's its own thing, man. The authorities catch you with it. Tell them it's a gift from a friend. So this guy is a private detective, but he deals into shady business too. And Donna here, who owns this hotel, or bar. I mean, I think she owns the bar of the hotel, and the hotel is owned by this guy. Bad name, says though. You don't need to be sorry, OG. It's just, I've talked about that game way too many times already, and I'm about to talk about it tomorrow. I have a big video coming tomorrow, and you'll see it there. It's a good game. This game costs $7 for PlayStation and 100 pesos in Steam. Yes, buy it. It's worth it. If I were you, if you're a physical collector, I will advise you to get this game physical. It's often like $25, PS4 or PS5. It's also on Switch. But yeah, that's a really low price for this game. 100 Mexican pesos on Steam. Yeah, sure, man. Buy it. Or $7 for PlayStation. It's worth it. Maybe show her a bit of your softer side. Let her know how you still cry when the credits roll. Now I expect you to get over there and do what you do best. It costs 10 euros. Is that euros? Yeah, right? I love the soundtrack in this game. You get used to it a lot. Because you're gonna listen to it a lot. You know, you remember when I mentioned Dark City? Some of the cactus look like the ones in Dark City, but this one looks like Raido Kusunoha from Shin Megami Tensei with a mask. 10 euros physical with the art book. Oh wow! Then get it, man. Yeah. Don't teach me how to talk to NPCs. God damn it. Show her your softer side. You know, it's always hard when the movie ends. I still cry when the credits roll. You're with Nightshade. Guilty. Yeah, it's a code. Yeah, the NPCs with no eyes. What game? What game am I playing? Why, this is Persona 6, man. Didn't you hear? It came out today. It's just Atlus decided not to advertise anything or release any trailers. They just released the game, you know. And this is how it looks. Persona 6. So there's a GPS system, as you can see up there. It always tells you where to go. One thing I didn't mention in my review is that sometimes there's way too many symbols because you start getting side quests or optional quests. Yeah, 2 types of different side quests which have 2 types of different symbols. And then the symbol of the red one is the one that proceeds with the main story. But sometimes you can have like way too many up there and it gets confusing. I didn't like that. But I mean, you know, it's meh. Yeah. And this is the map. This is the whole city, or pretty much, well, yeah, the whole city, divided into several districts. More places will be unlocked once we make progress. I didn't think it was that bad. The card minigame. It's not a minigame. It's pretty much a battle system. You know, minigames are supposed to be optional. And the card battle mechanics are not optional. You have to beat the enemies. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, you can skip them. Do you prefer these one or Soul Hackers 2? Which one is a better game? Well, you're comparing an indie RPG with a AA, almost AAA game. It's kind of unfair. Damn, that's a good question. I think I'm gonna go with Soul Hackers 2 because I'm a big SMT fan and I love the battle mechanics, the summoning demons, you know, the strengths and weaknesses. And yeah, I like the ladies in there. Even if they look like modern noir models or something from Victoria's Secret. I don't care, man, I love them. Yeah, this one's pretty damn good too.
Boss,
should make that into a Versus episode,
huh?
For next Sunday.
Shipment. Why do we have so many things to move every day? I'm so tired.
Oh, shut up. You should be grateful for the work. You want the money, don't you?
Right, boss. Who are we moving these things for anyway? These things just disappear as soon as we move them into the container.
Cut the crap. You're on a need-to-know basis. Move these things in, then you get your money. Got it?
Yeah, boss. Got it. I'm just curious is all.
Shut it!
All right,
yeah, I don't understand why they decided against
you're better off
drawing eyes for the NPCs.
Time to clock out.
I mean, they look weird in this cutscene.
Cargo disappears.
I think there's a reason why, you know, but it may have been on purpose for plot reasons. That's what I'm trying to say.
The handout Nightshade mentioned?
Oh!
And he's gonna get pulled into another dimension, a dimension. Oh, you see this girl here? She's Lady Edelweiss. She's my favorite character in this game. Is it a long game to beat? No. If you stick to the main story, it's like 25 hours, you know. not much. I mean, for today's standards, right? Where most JRPGs, usually the main story is just like 30-something hours, right? 40. But the game has a crap ton of side quests. I did some of them. So I may have spent a couple of hours, maybe more. So the main story in this game is 20 to 25 hours, and I will recommend you guys to play this game on easy mode. Normal is just absolutely ridiculous. Well, it's okay to play on normal for the first 5 hours. You'll be fine. The first 5 hours are easy. But then it starts getting preposterous, man. Really stupid. Normal is insanely hard at the end, yeah. Normal is insanely hard since...
Such a place exists.
After 4 or 5 hours, man. Well, not really, I mean, yeah.
What's this?
Okay. I kinda disagree. Chrono Trigger does waste your time a bit.
What the hell is it? Stay back!
And then...
Shit. The gun is useless!
Yeah, this is the main character and he can't fight. Instead, meet the second protagonist.
What?
Back off, unless you wish to die. This is above your pay grade.
Haha, arrogant. Leave this to me.
Let's be quick.
Yeah. So you see that HP bar down there in blue color, that bar, you know? That's not just my main character's HP bar. That's a bar shared by the entire party. Right now we only have... There's 7 main characters in this game, or 8 if you count Doe, but he can't join your party. He's just out there to perform the investigations, to walk around town, talk to people, and then to do the card battle system. Yeah, up to 4 party members can join in battle,
Take out
and...
the trash. Mondo Shaman, heed my call.
They share the same HP bar. Bane Tide. These monsters are something called the Bane Tide. So I was saying about Chrono Trigger that, yeah, it aged really well, you know, but I wouldn't say perfectly because it does waste your time with some... I mean, sometimes it's really hard to run away from the enemies. And I don't mean running away from battle, like to avoid them. Like, I know it doesn't have random encounters. That's a great thing about it. You know how I feel about random encounters. But the thing is that sometimes you just want to get through the dungeon or the area, and some enemies are hard to avoid, and you end up getting into a battle against your will. That's my biggest gripe with Chrono Trigger. Other than that, yeah, I think it aged really well. It's 30 years old. In Japan, right? Because we got it until 1995. No, I think that the reason why the NPCs don't have eyes has to do with the plot, but I have a theory, and I would love to share it, but that's it requires a lot of spoilers, a big spoiler, so I'm not gonna say anything. Actually, you know, it's not 100% a theory. It's almost a fact, like I'm pretty damn sure.
Let's be quick.
Yeah, the double slash, I know. So in this game...
I'll take care of this. I was too careless.
Every single skill, with the exception of Swift Sword up there, has a cooldown. If I use double slash, I won't be able to use it again for like 2 or 3 turns.
Show me your work, Donatrus. If one strike is not enough, then I'll...
There you go. You see, I can't use it 2 turns.
Time to take out the trash.
Time to take out the trash. And he also says, the art of war.
I'll take care of this.
I'll take care of this. Yeah, cool phrases, man. And you got your menu. Yeah, no tutorials for the menu, thanks. Oh, these two are locked. I wanted to explain this, but okay. Right now we have nothing. So. I wouldn't say the laziest enemy designs. I've seen far worse. But yeah, it gets better. You know, you start getting more variety the more you advance. But it does have some enemy designs that are like so random and not in a good sense. But I mean, who cares, right? We got some money. This must be the handout. Can't really tell though, such a small sample. Is this all there is in there? Are you guys getting ads? Oh, okay. I already beat this game about 2 months ago and I made a full review of it that nobody watched, apparently. And there's also a reason why the name of the main character is Doe.
Evil must be eliminated. The art of war.
The art of war. Overkill. I think the enemy design is pretty interesting. It's just the variety, you know. You end up fighting against the same looking monsters over and over again.
Show me your work, Donatrus. I was too careless. Time to take out the trash.
No potion.
Mondo Shaman, heed my call. I was too careless.
It's okay, I'm not gonna die.
One strike is not enough, then I'll give you 2. I'll take care of them.
Anyway, I really enjoy this game.
We must find a way.
It's honestly become one of my favorite indie RPGs of all time. It's pretty good. My only problem is that it has some, every now and then, some modern dialogue, if you catch my drift. You live here? Yeah, with a sexy android, who just so happens to be his assistant. Assistant. What the hell made you stupid enough to go sniffing around that infernal place? First off, I don't sniff. He doesn't sniff. Sure, sometimes I snoop. I've even been known to meander on occasion, but never sniff. He got offended. My name's Doe, as in me, you know, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. I'm the one trying to protect idiots like you by wiping out the Bane Tide. They call me Graham. Gramps. Get it? Me and my stupid puns. Graham like shaman. More like an exorcist. Alright. Just read of it, read of the Bane Tide. Read it, just read it of the Bane Tide. It's more of a calling than a choice. Certainly beats putting my life in danger for some crap payout. That's why you went digging for a handout, right? What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with this dialogue. Sometimes the translation may be a little bit off. You know, this is an indie game. Remember that. And the characters are a bit stereotyped at the beginning, but they grow on you, they develop. There's good development here, for the most part. Yes, this game have multiple endings. Not roots though, but just multiple endings. I think it has like, what, like 3 or 4 maybe? I got the true ending on my first. She doesn't know where it is, does she? Not even a clue, and probably wouldn't be so good for an intelligence dealer if it got out of the her all-seeing insight and a blind spot, you know. I'll bet she'd be very eager to learn how whomever's moving the product is using that layer place for transport. Any more you could tell me about all that? So the Mafia is using the dimensional rifts or shifts to move around merchandise. That's just, I mean, come on, isn't that creative? Sky Eye will do better. Sky Eye is our navigator, not on the same level as the Persona girls, you know. She barely talks, but she talks. And there you have it. Welcome to Pangolin Vale. That's her. Whoa, hey, well, that's an interesting setup you've got there. Sky Eye's an android. No shit. No, yeah, I got that, thanks. I've been around droids before. I just never come across one quite like this. Are you referring to my dress? I put together what clothing I had available. Yeah, I can tell. The assortment may seem strange, but I assure you that was my intent. Oh, it's done on purpose, you know. Girls will be girls, even if they're robotic. So let me see if I got all this straight. Bane-Tide are monsters that feed on extreme human emotions. They live in these layers, which are basically another dimension. So yeah, you can tell that's a Persona reference right there. Yes, the game does have Persona influences, but once you get into this game, you'll notice that it's just very different from those. Yeah, the music's pretty chill, pretty damn good. This is a soundtrack worth listening to outside of the game. The Exorcist. And so there's also a reason why he's wearing that bandage over his mouth and nose, and why he has a lot of tattoos. Hero complex much? There's some kind of connection between the Handout and the Bane-Tide, since the ones who are trading it can use layers for the distribution. Okay, I'll agree to your reasoning tracks. So you should keep snooping around for Nightshade, track down the exact locations where these Handout shipments are coming and going, then Sky Eye can latch onto the coordinates, get me inside the layer, and I can take down the Bane-Tide inside it. And that's this game's plot in a nutshell. I mean, there's way more to it than it. Shit happens, you know, and a lot of other stuff starts getting in the way, and you start revealing why the city became like it is. Why is it a dystopia? Controlled by the police. I'd say this is the direction we're heading into in our real world. Maybe we already are in that direction, we haven't noticed. Or people have already noticed and they just don't. What will be the term? They haven't like digested it, you know? Digested the that we are living in a dystopia. It just doesn't feel real. Sure, we don't have any androids or android police going around, you know, and arresting people, you know, but we have a lot of intelligence, artificial intelligence, and everything's slowly being controlled by them. Jobs are being already replaced by robots. And then, yeah, I'm just rambling. Anyway, good game. Monarch. Monarch was a really good game. Completely ruined by the difficulty. Graham has joined the team. So, got some items. This is where you usually do the side quests. Some side quests are just, you know, take this item to this other dude or talk to this character. But most of the side quests are like, go into the dungeon and fetch me this, or go into the dungeon and save this person. You got something to say, then spit it out. Yeah, this guy's an edgelord, but he gets around that. And you can also save the game. So yes, as you can see, I did. This is the end. 25 hours, 16 minutes and 44 seconds. Level 45. So there's 2 save files. I'm gonna add a new save. And I beat it exactly 2 months ago. Well, 2 months and 1 day. May 3rd. If you want to look out for my review, feel free to do so. And there's this guy who sells weapons, but we can't talk to him right now. Equipment system is a bitch in this game. Because the money is a bitch. I love these graphics, man. This visual style. It's kind of cel shading, I think, but not really. I'm playing on PS5. That's exactly what it says in the title. This guy's another party member. Smoke, that's his name. Badass character. Actually, he's a tank. You want to keep that guy around the party at all times. Telosma Hotel. You're back alive! How delightfully unexpected! Come on, Don, after all this time you still don't have faith in me? She was expecting him to die? You should only pick this game on Switch if you can't find it cheaper on PS4 or PS5. So I can't talk about the Switch version because I haven't played it. All I know is that I don't even know how it runs. Because you know 9 out of 10 times games run better on PlayStation than on Nintendo. But there's always that one game, right? Trails from Zero and Azure. The Switch versions are superior versions, ironically. It's rare to see a Switch game performing better. That's because the Switch version of those games was based on a certain remaster, whereas the PS4 versions were based on the PS4 Japanese versions. No PS5 versions. A shame you weren't able to bring back a lot of people worked in this game. Big team. It's not one of those indie RPGs, you know, that 5 people made, you know, or 1 guy. No, a lot of people worked on it. Which is kind of like, you know, is it really an independent game? Well, yeah, it was done independently, right? Without the backing or the money from any big studio or publisher or co-developer or something. So yeah, safe to say there's a connection there. Or more like it's one of those games that are like half indie, half AA RPG. Or maybe some studios just have a lot of money. We need to find the clairvoyant. This is one of the Police officers. Checking criminal record. Greetings, citizen. Yeah. How long do you guys think will pass before we get into this stage? Before we get to this, where we see actual androids walking around and being the police. 20 years maybe? 30? Past our lifetime, you think so? Yeah, I'd like to think sometimes that I'll probably be dead by the time we see androids, you know, walking around. Maybe I'll get to see robots. That, I'm convinced I'll live to see. But androids, you know, like that police officer or Sky Eye here, I don't know, man. I'd give it 20 years. What do you consider a AA game? Usually small side projects of big companies are what I consider a AAA game, AA games. AA games are simply the ones that are not from like super famous and rich companies like Square Enix or I don't know, Activision, Ubisoft, Konami, Capcom. But even those companies sometimes make low budget games, but that's made on purpose, you know, because they didn't want to invest that much on a single video game. But it doesn't change the fact that the games come from a AAA company. That's it. That's basically it. So AA is pretty much a game from studios that are not that big. Like Falcom, for example, or Nipponichi Software. Atlus, I don't know. Sometimes I think of Atlus as a AAA studio nowadays, but they belong to Sega, and Sega is a AAA studio. But they also do a lot of games that don't exactly look like AAA, like big budget, you know. It's safe to say that, I don't know, 8 out of 10 RPGs are AA. Compile Hard, yeah. Idea Factory. Yakuza is a AAA game. I think we're gonna get into the first card battle right here, if I remember correctly. We need to get information out of these guys. What a douchebag. He's pretty harsh, isn't he? Though he's a strange character, sometimes he makes politically correct remarks, and sometimes it's just the exact opposite. Sometimes he swears, sometimes he just says D-bag instead of douchebag, you know. I'm telling you, just like I said in my review, I don't know if it's the script or if it was a translation, but there's something weird going on about the dialogue in this game. Normally it's difficult to change his mind, and the only way to change someone's mind in this game is to play the card battle system, which is turn-based. So Graham, nice android, huh? Yeah, maybe our kids or our grandkids will live to see that. I don't want to have to quote Yoko Taro here. Who said, you know, why make an... No, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Yoko Taro and his quotes, man. That guy is totally fucked up. Yakuza is the weirdest AAA game. It feels janky most of the time. You know, maybe when they started developing the first games in the series, they weren't exactly AAA. Ryogo Gataku wasn't exactly a AAA studio. It's just they were published by a AAA studio, which is Sega. But I'd say the last two, the RPGs, man. I mean, sure, I mean, they aren't like the best looking AAA games of all time, but they're AAA. Maybe this AAA definition or AA definition is just like, what's an RPG nowadays, you know? The Mind Hack. here we go, guys. Look at the battle system that, when this game came out, ruined the game reputation. The game's reputation earned it bad or mixed reviews, but thankfully developers patched it and gave the player the ability to skip it. This is it. You're looking at it right now. The tutorial, so I don't have to explain. Just read. Just read. Actually, this game reminds me of the Yakuza games. Sometimes they're very correct. Sometimes they are very incorrect. Well, people have different beliefs, you know. So yeah, you use cards, and each card costs action points, and I only have 3 action points. Yeah, I just explained it better than you, tutorial. Yep, so this one costs 1 action point. I have 3. Next to my HP bar, I have 50 points of HP. You see that? Can you see that? So this is gonna do 6 damage. Haha, that's a funny joke, Sora. Come on! Here we go. Intentions. The host will resist your invasion. The way the game explains it to you is kind of weird, so I think I'll do a better job. Or watch my review. What? I just want people to watch my damn review. What's wrong with advertising my own fucking video? So you can also spend action points instead of attacking. You get defense cards because they will attack you back. Just use those cards and that's it. Now I have defense. Oh, action points, yeah. So there we go. This is how to end your turn. Yeah, confirm. Sometimes you can shuffle the deck. Sometimes you keep the cards. And that's it. So he did 10 damage, but because I picked a defense card, he only decreased 5. Pretty self-explanatory, right? And that's it, but sometimes demons appear, and this is where it gets ridiculous. Because sometimes you need to defeat the demons before you can defeat... I mean, you only get 3 turns, 3 action points. And you gotta deal with multiple enemies. And if you don't kill them, I mean... And they respawn. Enemies respawn. After like 2 or 3 turns, they respawn. It's a pain in the ass, and yep. Thankfully, like I said before, you can skip these battles after 3 attempts. So that's fine, because if you couldn't, I probably would have rage quit in this game a long time ago. Yeah. And they give some effects, some demons. Yeah, demons are these spheres, if you can call those demons. What, were you expecting to see actual demons like in Shin Megami Tensei? Oh yeah, I gotta attack the demon for the tutorial. Yeah, again. Yeah. I know, thanks. Now he's gonna do 12 damage, look at this. Because I didn't pick a defense card. So yeah, that's this battle system in a nutshell. And that's why it gets a lot of hate. And the last card. There we go, we got him. You bought Radiant Silver Gun. And now I'm on my own. Sure, yeah. When this demon is alive, change and copy the first intention when the host is persuaded for the first time. That means if I use this card... Let's get rid of this guy first. Oh, this is a good one. Costs 0 points. There we go, and I'll get a defense card. They added so many penalties and so many shenanigans to this combat that were completely unnecessary. Like a simple turn-based system with some strengths and weaknesses, or maybe not even that. A simple battle system where, yeah, okay, defeat the cards to weaken the host, you know, and that's it. It'd be complicated. Keep these cards, yes. Damn it, he got a shield. Because this demon, this guy right here, has 30% chance to get +5 persuasion power and be hidden. That's why I don't want to kill the guy. Okay, almost there. I'll just get defense. Alright. Come on, give me some attack cards. There we go. We got this motherfucker. Yeah, the first battle is easy. After this, you'll be like, people hated this game because of this? I don't understand. But then you start getting into more battles like that, and then you'll understand. But skipping the battles saved the game, thankfully, and showed its true potential. Felghana. Speaking about Felghana, finally the Switch PS4 remaster is being released. Remember, it came out about a year ago? I don't know why it took NIS America forever to localize it, probably because of mafia reasons, if you catch my drift. So we'll see. They ditched me, but you guys already know that. Had a great working relationship with NIS America for years, man. But all of a sudden they changed personnel and they stopped replying to my messages, ignoring me. They gave me the middle finger. The story in this game is kind of crazy, but it does make sense if you pay attention. It's just very intellectual. I'm not saying the people who complained about the story and said it doesn't make any sense are stupid. No, but they just didn't even try, man. And also, every now and then the translation is kind of weird. 90% of the dialogue is perfectly translated, you know, so you really don't know anything about handout. I mean, that sentence right there is perfectly translated, right? But sometimes there'll be the usual, more like the unusual sentence, and it's like, what? Well, it does make sense. It's just too bizarre, too weird, too complicated to understand. And it's also one of those that give you a little bit of room to determine by yourself what really happened, like to jump to your own conclusions. Kind of like a David Lynch movie. You watch it, and at the end you're like, what the fuck did just happen? And you gotta give the movie or the story your own meaning and say, oh, this happened because of this and that. Oh, okay, you know, subjectively speaking. Inception, well, that movie, yeah, that's like the surface in my opinion. But yeah, it isn't a bad example. Inception is, I don't know, man. I watched the movie once and I liked it, but I think it's overrated. It's considered as one of the best movies of all time, and it's like, no. I mean, it's just, it's good. It's not extraordinary. That's just my opinion, though. If you're a big fan of the movie, that's fine. Please type a hateful comment, dislike and unsubscribe, and bitch about me in Reddit. Interstellar, that's a better example. you know, to compare this movie to this game to. Different plots, different characters, nothing to do with each other, you know. But yeah, it's a good example. Interstellar, you watch the movie, and halfway through you're like, I'm lost, right? Interstellar is a good movie. I like it more than Inception. But it's got Anne Hathaway, and I'm not a fan of that actress. Just like Inception is worst. It's got Ellen Page, man. Holy fucking... I mean, yeah. Exactly. Did you check out that turn-based RPG in the Xbox showcase? You know that game, what was it called? Whatever. Clair Obscur, right? Expedition 33? That's the name. I'm interested. It looks indie, but with a big budget, you know? I'm interested, but... yeah, it's a modern game. You know what that means. So in this scene, right here in the game, this is where it starts getting convoluted. Well, complicated. Complex. Like, what's going on here? Hey, see, yeah, I mean, what? What's going on? And then this blur. You missed a spot. What are they talking about? Yeah, it makes sense. It's just not that greatly written. But it's good. You think the game will be a massive fraud? You mean Clair Obscur? All visuals and no substance? Like most movies, TV shows, AAA games nowadays? Is that what you're trying to say? Get off of me! I gotta check in with Nightshade first, so let's go and do that. You mean to tell me a consortium is handling the underground trading of handout? A consortium. A consortium. What is that, like the politically correct term for fucking mafia? Anyway, let me make some inquiries and I'll get back to you later. Okay. Oh, that's Lady Edelweiss. She's the last party member. She joins late in the game. Fucking love that character. Oh, and you can view your deck here. So these are all the characters in the game. Got 6 party members plus Doe. I don't even like using the word plus anymore. Almost overwrote my file. My first playthrough. No. It's one of those games. Automatically sends you to the #1 file. Lost Dimension. It's a really good game. Bit underrated as well. Oh, here we go. The most beautiful part of the town. Check this out. She's a character. But right now she's just a hologram. Hey, where's the old lady? Oh, she hasn't appeared there yet? Oh, she will. An old lady here that you can sell stuff to. That's Mist. And she's swings the other way, you know? That's all I'm gonna say. So this is Night Smoke. Your home. Some people live, I mean, just look at the detail, man. How can this be an indie RPG? I mean, just look at the backgrounds. I mean, sure, they aren't impressive, I know, but for an indie game, I mean, just look at this. This is an indie game. This. I'm telling you, these guys had money. Not that much, though. Blade Runner vibes. Yeah, I mean, after all, this is a neo-noir dystopia type of game. The entire game takes place in just one city, but there's different districts and streets we'll visit. Yes, I do recommend this game, Yum Yum, a lot. Just try to be patient with it. Chinese RPGs are winning? Well, yeah, I played a lot of them this year. I played Sword of the Vagrant, also pretty damn good. Banner of the Maid, fantastic game. I haven't played Wandering Sword because it's only on Steam. I don't know about the Switch version, Yum Yum. Okay, I only play the PS5 version that I'm streaming right now. Physical, I have it physical. It was a gift. I was trying to hunt down this game for months last year. I was waiting for the game to go on sale. But it often goes on sale, but not too low, you know. You probably find it for like 25 bucks. So PS5, PS4, Steam, Switch. Maybe it's on Xbox. People are predisposed with a desire to connect with others. That's a true statement. We are social beings. We have a necessity to socialize and to connect. That's why we're always getting in trouble. Believing foolishly that it's because of an emotional drive, but everything anybody does has long been destined. Well, that's another perspective. This I'm not sure I agree with. People who struggle to obtain their goals, their dreams, they deserve to be rewarded, do they not? Life's cruel, man. Life is not fair, so no. We think we deserve everything to be rewarded just because we behave and we're good and nice people, you know. But no, usually the more good you do, the more you get kicked in the ass nowadays. But then again, because good is it's a matter of perspective nowadays as well. It's an opinion. What's the meaning of good and evil? Everybody thinks differently. Someone should donate a Steam Deck to you. You think so? Well, as long as I can plug into my TV. Yeah, I will do that, you know. I will play it. You remember when I said that? Corn hog? Yeah, I said that a long time ago. Like I didn't want to play on Steam because I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of another backlog. That's true. I do have a lot of console backlog. Anyway, prologue, Tears in the Rain. It was best of all times. It was worst of times. Chapter 1. Life is a business transaction, and that's Butterfly, another party member that covers her mouth. But just when she fights, she's not like Ram. The music. Sounds very Chopin-ish. Kinda Chopin meets Rachmaninoff. Yeah. This isn't a visual novel. It's just like 9 out of 10 JRPGs in existence, man. It has a lot of dialogue during the first 2 hours because they're trying to lay it on you, explain things to you. Yeah, come on. Kinda getting tired of that, you know. Like, what's wrong with people nowadays? Go back to the PlayStation 1 era or Super Nintendo era, and yeah, games. Most story-driven RPGs had a lot of dialogue at the beginning. It's normal. If you can't stand this, then what the fuck, man? Don't play RPGs. At least it isn't Uta Wareru Mono. Are you gonna marry that chair? So we're back. Oh, look at this drawing. Huh. Pretty cool, huh? There's a lot of cool art in this game. The useful news. Imagine people playing, people are begging for a remaster of Xenogears. And to what? So they can complain and say, oh, the game has way too much dialogue? So you really want a remaster? Have you tried Destiny Connect? Yeah, it's a kid's RPG. You get these two kids and then this robot, right? As a party member. It's good. Wasn't my cup of tea, you know, but it's a good game. I didn't think it was bad. If I have any kids, I would probably get it to train them, to introduce them to the RPG universe. Wonderful. What a team player. Let me know if she gives you anything worth getting out of a chair for. Thank you, Yum Yum. You can donate games via Steam. How do you do that? Like you buy them and then you send the code to me? It's gotta be that way, right? Megaton Musashi, haven't played it. I'm not really into mech games unless they're like strategy RPGs or turn-based. But action RPGs with mechs, not the biggest fan. There's a gift system on Steam. Okay, gotcha. Oh, here's a merchant. Have fantastic news to tell you. Yeah, thanks, man. The store tutorial, thanks. How to get to the store. Press the square button. Press X to talk to people. Use the joystick to move. Don't you hate those tutorials? It's like they're in every single video game in existence nowadays. Even 2D games get them, like use the joystick to move to the left. Like, oh my god, I never would have figured that out. Well, maybe that the music in this game is pretty chilling. So reading a lot and then listening to that music, you can see why people will feel relaxed. But it's not visual novel. You want to play visual novel RPGs? Check out Uta Wareru Mono, Sakura Wars, Tears to Tiara. You know. You know, usually hentai games are fucking stupid, but I once played this one on the PSP. That's a visual novel, by the way, one when you make decisions and read a crap ton of dialogue. Yeah, but wow, the story was really... This is called DV Dev. It's on the PSP, fan translated. Also, the Suiko Gaiden visual novels are also pretty damn good. Suiko Gaiden Volume 1 and 2, fan translated on the PS1. They're also really, really cool. But you need to be a fan of Suikoden to enjoy them. But anyway, DV Dead, that's a naughty visual novel. But the story was like, man, pretty good. I think this game is underrated. Definitely did not get the ratings it deserved. Sure, it's no, I don't know, 9 out of 10 game, you know, but let me think of the scores for this game. I mean, it's definitely an 8. Yeah, they sent me a plaque when I reached 100,000 subscribers 3 months ago. I'm still stuck in that number because YouTube is just... I mean, on December of last year, they started purging accounts. Most of you probably got a notification of some sort or an email saying that if you have any accounts, Gmail accounts or YouTube accounts inactive for more than 2 years, starting December of last year, they will delete them. So they have been deleting a crap ton of accounts. I mean, a lot of people who subscribed to my YouTube channel, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, and then for some reason they stopped watching me or anybody, or stopped using YouTube, or stopped using that account is gone. So that's why a lot of YouTubers, and I mean a lot, even some of the big ones, are struggling with subscribers nowadays. YouTube's deleting account. I mean, 2 years, man. Isn't that a little too soon? I will probably add another year, at least one more year. Like 3 years old, you know, accounts that haven't been used in 3 years. That makes more sense, but 2 years, come on. Oh yeah, I need to go up there to the bar. So yeah, plus, you know, I don't want to get into the shadow banning topic, but you know the drill. Peace the left is off. Peace Google off, and down you go. This guy. And you live in California, Yum Yum? I feel sorry for you. No offense. You want a remake of every PS1 JRPG that hasn't been remade already. As long as they make those games available, you know. Problem is those games cost a lot of money. That's people's biggest complaint. Or the fact that they don't want to plug in their PlayStation 3. Because if you have a PlayStation 3, you can buy Xenogears and Vandal Hearts digital legally Or you can just hack your PS3. Or even better, get yourself a PS TV, which is very expensive, so never mind. Maybe a PSP. Or a decent computer. You know, my computer can... well, it's kind of old, and I've been using it hardcore for like the past 6 years. 5 years. Four. I bought it in 2019, so I've owned that computer for 5 years. And you know computers nowadays, right? It's like they're like phones. 5 years, I mean, and they all of a sudden they don't work properly anymore. They can't handle most of the modern updates. So they start being outdated, lagging, being slow, you know. I'm probably gonna get a new computer next year. And then I'll finally be able to play on Steam, guys. Now Doe is drunk. Legally is no fun. So much access to entertainment nowadays. It wasn't like this when I grew up. You had to pay for any sort of entertainment. The only thing that was free, in quotation marks, was TV. So obviously people appreciated more any kind of entertainment. Nowadays I feel like they don't care. Is the game glitching? My character is running very slowly right now. Damn. What's happening? Oh, it's because he's drunk. Okay, yeah, I remember. He's supposed to be drunk, that's why he's running like this. Finally, I made it. When was the last time you guys were drunk? And I mean drunk. Not just happy, you know, drunk, wasted. Me, probably 20 years ago. Maybe less. I agree, man. Digital prices are fucking stupid, you know. That's why I'm always hunting down for deals. Last week I got 3 environmental puzzle games, indies, for... I paid $3.40, tax included, for all 3 games. So it's like $1 a game, you know? And all 3 are really good. They didn't disappoint. Then instead you buy a game that's $60 digital and all you get is boring politicized crap. Wait for sales, that's right. Never pay full price for a video game. Unless you're a reviewer like me. And you will justify that expense. You only buy digital games under 20. I'm more frugal than that. I don't buy anything more than 10. Sometimes not even 5. Unless it's like a big game, you know, that's like, wow, $5 for this and I really want to... It's like $10 for this and I really want to play it. Many years ago...
I found the location. Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello? Is Sky Eye working? there's something bigger than Rich. Is the Bane Tide controlling him?
Doesn't matter, as long as this place gets cleared out. I was born for this. Here, I could feel it. Penetration happened here. An opening was cut into this layer.
It really is.
Here.
This headache.
How do you even get 85% of your money back? Where? Most resellers or retro stores or even retail stores will take your game for like half the price. If you bought something at 40, they will pay 20 for it. Sometimes even less.
What a lightweight. I suggest you stay away from the booze.
Oh, eBay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Being
God
a
knows why
reseller
I'm
yourself.
involved with humans.
I should do that, man. I have a bunch of games that I don't want in my collection, or they are repeats, like they're doubles. I own 2 copies of Star Ocean: The Last Hope on the PS3.
There is no common sense as far as they're concerned. Why try to...
Anyway, so we're here. Yeah, but the problem is that if I sell something, I live in the middle of nowhere. And there is no... The bus stop is far away, I have no car or bike. So I couldn't deliver anything that I sell, you know. And services that are like, oh, we'll pick it up for you, you know. They're too expensive. Am I selling any PS1 RPGs? No, I do have a Crash Team Racing copy, doubled. I have it twice, you know, but that's about it. I wouldn't sell any of my PS1 RPGs, man. No way. I don't have a lot.
Let's be quick.
Anyway.
Show me your work, Donatrus.
Hey, Crash Team Racing is a good game.
Trash.
People look for it.
Heed my call. If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you 2. Just as I thought.
Well, you can sell me your Lollipop Chainsaw copy. I want it. I don't have it. Never did. Not even when I was a reseller. Yeah, he said heed my call. Heed my call. Yeah, that's right. Everybody makes games and everybody's a content creator nowadays. Yeah, I know the Lollipop Chainsaw is getting remastered. And apparently, it's going to be uncensored. Apparently. Though I may be a bit misinformed. Can't go there. Need to solve the puzzle first. No, man, I don't own any extra copies of those games.
Let's be
I don't know, Soda.
The art of war.
Look at this guy's name. Yeah, enemies have strengths and weaknesses, thanks.
Careless.
That guy, that monster,
One strike
the name is
not enough,
Pachinko
I'll give you
2.
2.
Maybe this game was secretly developed by Konami.
Show me your work, Donatrus.
It is
one
cut
strike
down,
is not
not
enough,
censored,
then I'll give
meaning
you
most of the
two.
DRMs were replaced. What's a DRM? Forgive my
I'll
ignorance.
take care of this. Just as I thought.
Yeah, okay, it's music, right? But what does DRM stands for? I'm guessing M means music, but DR? Digital Rights Management. Oh, okay. Well, as long as it isn't censored, you know. Once the remaster comes out, maybe, just maybe, because it doesn't happen with every game, maybe the price of the original PS3 version will come down. Sometimes it has the opposite effect. Hey Matt, DRM is what made me a permanent physical copy guy. Is it really that bad? I mean, this DRM thing?
If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you two. Mondo Shaman, heed my call. Predictable. Time to take out the trash. Show me your work, Donatrus. Just as I thought.
Back when iPods first came out, if you bought music on one platform, it would only work on that platform. Wow, that's horseshit.
Let's be quick. I was too careless. If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you two. The art of war. I was too careless. If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you two. Show me your work, Donatrus. I was too careless.
By the way, Matt, thanks for this game.
If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you two. I'll take care of this.
I beat it 2 months ago.
Just as I thought.
But if you watched my review, you probably already know that. Or my reviews compilation. Well, I talked about it in the chat. We're an idiot, right?
Let's be quick. Mondo Shaman.
Yeah, my mind was elsewhere, and I was just thinking about the DRM stuff. I'm trying to analyze that.
I was too careless.
And it's interesting, yeah. Well,
then I'll give
but
you
it's the
two.
same deal with anything digital. You don't really own anything. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember right now, but some years ago, I think I saw one of my digital games disappear for no reason. And it wasn't even available to download anymore in the PlayStation Store. In the PlayStation 4 store, it was gone. I think I paid like, I paid like $3 for it, but it was gone. And I was like, man, so what happened to my game that I bought with my own money, right? It isn't mine. It was never mine to begin with.
Just as I thought.
Wouldn't be surprised if the PS5 version of Lollipop Chainsaw ends up being censored in some way. It probably will. I mean, Stellar Blade got some small censorship. But I don't know. I don't think Lollipop is that huge or important game. You know, Stellar Blade was a big controversy because the game is big and because I feel like they may have fabricated the controversy. You know, that's just a hypothesis of me. Thanks, Bobby. I reached the number 3 months ago. Yeah, it's been slow because YouTube is purging accounts that are inactive, that have been inactive for over 2 years. They've been doing that since December last year, and man, it's been ridiculous. Plus, I put some kind of permanent shadow ban on my channel. So there you go. If you do get games on Steam, there's no censorship enforced. I think some of them are censored, but most of them aren't. I lost Dead End Request 2 as a game on PS Plus because they removed it. Really? Man, you gotta be kidding me. Why would they remove that game? Maid of Scare? Maid of Scare? Never heard of it. Where's Butterfly? I think she appears in like the next screen. She's definitely gonna join the boss fight, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she's up there. There she is. What now? Yeah, I know. I don't need a tutorial for a save point. Oh, where's the healing? Oh, there, over there. Well, first I'm gonna get the healing thing. Oh, I didn't see it. Well, I should have saved. Where is it? Well, it's all the way there after the boss fight, so game's gonna kind of force me to use an item. We got the talent screen. This is pretty much a skill tree. I got 2 points, so let's just use it with these 2. And that's it. And if you want to reset your points, it costs money. Yeah. PS Plus, huh? There's Butterfly, our second party member. Butterfly thinks she's a teenager. She thinks of herself as some kind of female Robin Hood.
Evil must.
But we gotta save her first.
Show me your work, Donatress.
Well, her whole head's on fire now. She's pretty agile.
If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you 2. I'll take care of this. Time to take out the trash.
Well, that sucks what you say.
Mondo Shaman, heed my call. If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you 2. Show me your
Then go and give her 2, man. 2 strikes. And we got her.
Just as I thought.
Level up! There she is. That's Butterfly. She grows on you. I get the feeling she was mistranslated.
Sneak attack, huh? Not today.
Easy. I just saved you. The lair is full of unknown threats. You were nearly swallowed whole by the Bane Tide.
Nonsense. Just tell me if Rich is really dead or not.
Good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Hit me with the bat.
He's living pretty well.
So what's the good news then?
I'll kill him.
Oh, no, you didn't. That's my job.
Don't get in my way.
You think I'm a child or something? Crawl out of your grave and listen good. I'm the famous Butterfly.
And?
Are you for real? The Butterfly Fairy?
You were like a chicken with its head cut off. That's hardly befitting of the butterfly fairy, don't you think?
I got word that Rich was
If you're wondering why this
didn't
scene is
expect a
blurry,
This crap is
I'm
really
afraid to
pissing
tell you
me
that
off.
I don't
If you
know.
can't get your emotions in check,
I
this
think
will be
it's
your
because
one-way
they
road to Nirvana.
fucked up.
What?
Sky Eye, eliminate cognitive pollution. Better that you see for yourself.
Okay. Wow. I can see everything so clearly.
They didn't fuck up.
Why do you look like a
It
zombie?
was scripted. I was wrong. Butterfly leveled up. Believe it or not, she's basically the healer. She acts pretty much as a healer. The healer. Healers in games. You know what game I've been playing lately since Saturday? That Bahamut Lagoon game on Super Nintendo. Fucking loving it. Expect me to praise it every now and then in upcoming videos. Yeah, the gear. So, the gear. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, but check it out. It's just to get status increases for the whole party. We got this one, which increases the attack of everybody for 6 points, and the HP increased by 4%, and then by 5%. And you gotta equip it in any of these available spaces. And that's it. Effects extend to the whole party. Interesting, huh? Wait, what's on the other side? I may have missed another chest. Always explore everything in this game. And no, just the healing thing, right? Yeah, look at the backgrounds. I don't know, people criticized the dungeon design. I'm like, why? It looks really freaking cool and disturbing at the same time. And we got the Matrix wallpaper all over the place. Off to the next area. Yeah, eventually most of the dungeons start looking very similar. Another area of cognitive ambiguity. So I have a copy of Dead End Request 2 on the PS4, courtesy of Matt here. That was one of my most sought after. I was like top priority of my list, of my wish list. So thanks, man. So what are you guys gonna get on Prime Day? If the game you want goes on sale, of course. Can a righteous thief overcome her desire? Butterfly Fairy or Sorrow Hands? Who gave you the PS4 copy of Is 8? That was Jason. We haven't seen Jason in a long time. I remember seeing him in my Grand Blue Fantasy stream from January this year. But we haven't seen him in a long time. Maybe he quit. Maybe he quit me. He quit Erick Landon RPG. Quit the community. Haven't seen Jason in a long time. Never in 100 years did I think PS3 games will become expensive. Every console will have rare games, huh? Absolutely. Even the Atari has rare games. They aren't that expensive yet. You can still find a bunch of really cool RPGs for a laughable price. Mostly because they have been remastered or remade somehow. Like Nier, for example, you can find for like $10 or $15. but because it was remade on the PS4, Valkyria Chronicles, you know. And some others aren't that expensive yet. Eternal Sonata, Drakengard 3, White Knight Chronicles, Tales of Exilia 1 and 2 aren't that crazy. Or aren't even crazy at all. Dragon's Crown, you know. You want Unicorn Overlord for Prime Day. I want it too, you know, I have it digital, but I want it too. I want that game too, physical. I'll see if it drops in price. Who was the Rem you talked about from your old stream? Rem, R-E-M. Not like the band. Rem, she was an old fan. She was a pretty supportive fan. And all of a sudden, she just disappeared.
Let's be quick.
This butterfly then is a pretty cool one.
Time to run.
Enemies attack you, they
One
get
strike
damaged.
is not enough, then I'll give you 2. The art of war.
There we go. Because of the trap that I set.
Is it playtime now? Take this! And that's that.
Yeah. How much is Eternal Sonata right now? Sonata.
These guys? What a waste of time. Bullseye!
If one
You
strike is not
know
enough,
why I
then I'll
pronounce
give you
Sonata
2.
as Sonata with an emphasis on the T? It's because if I say it like in the American accent, Sonata, I don't know why I think of Akihiko from Persona 3, Akihiko Sanada. Like Sonata. Yeah.
Show me your work, Domitris.
360 version of Eternal Sonata is cheaper, I'm pretty sure.
It's my turn. Bullseye!
If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you 2.
My trap should be
Eternal
more
Sonata is around 25-30-ish. Okay, so it's okay, you know, it's what Mato Anomalies goes for nowadays, sealed. I think it's still affordable and worth buying if you don't have it in your collection. Eternal Sonata is a masterpiece.
If one strike is not enough, then I'll give you 2. Mondo Shaman. Just as I thought.
Sonata was my first Xbox 360 JRPG, if I'm not mistaken. My first PS3 game was Tales of Exilia. Also Atelier Rorona. If you can believe that. In fact, I clearly remember I was on my second playthrough of Atelier Iris 2 on the PS2, and I ditched it because I got the PS3, and I couldn't go back. I still haven't gone back to that Iris 2 playthrough. I abandoned it. Maybe I will someday. That's a great game. And how much is Tales of Exilia 2? I remember that game was pretty expensive too. for a while during the pandemic. Yeah, Tales of Graces, that's a phenomenal game.
These guys? What a waste of
Gotta
time.
like the music in the dungeon, it's
Time to
pretty
take out
creepy.
the trash. The art of war.
Damn it!
They got delisted on PS3, so the only way to play them is to get a
Is
physical
it
copy.
playtime now?
Oh, now I understand why my Tales of Exilia video was such a massive failure. Check it out, this is how she heals.
This can get a little itchy.
Time to take out the trash.
Time to take out the trash.
I'll take care of this.
Is it playtime now? Take this!
Pachinko 2 is dead.
And that's that.
And when at the beginning I was like, oh, Butterfly leveled up, right? But no, it's the whole party that levels up. There is no individual experience in this game. The party is level 7. Oh, you want to increase this one, man. Trust me. This one. Butterfly now heals 10% more of HP. You want to max that out as soon as you can. Do you think they're gonna get remastered? Really? Well, hopefully Exilia 1 and 2 get remastered. That way people will care about my video. Me too, Matt. Sandland I'm not that interested in, but Stellar Blade, once it gets released on Steam, I'm pretty sure that the PS5 price will drop and then I'll get it.
This'll be fun to watch.
Sorry about the dogs.
Time
You
to
can
take
hear
out
them.
the
I don't think you
trash.
can, but
Show me your work, Demetrus.
we got a bunch of asshole dogs in the neighborhood.
It's my turn.
They've calmed down, you know, for the past, I don't know, several months. They were far worse before. They probably got reprimanded by the administration of the place.
Take this!
Time to take out the trash.
Exit might be remastering an Ys game. Well, they remastered the Odin Felgana last year, only in Japan, but finally they will they'll localize it. It was announced yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I watched the trailer yesterday. Is the Odin Felgana originally released on the PSP and Steam, now on Switch and PS4.
Just as I thought.
Riviera is getting ported to Steam. Itra Union got the same treatment. It was first released on Steam and then on Switch. Hey Newcomb. You think the game story was okay? I think the game story in this game is love it or hate it kind of story. And I loved it. But there were some things I didn't like about it. Some modernized situations and remarks, if you catch my drift. Is this worth $6? Very worth $6, man. Definitely pick it up. Freaking developers should thank me, you know, for making people, telling people to buy their games. You're welcome, Arrowiz. I don't know much about the history between Falcom and Exit. Exit's version of Odin Felgana is $5 on Steam right now, then get it. As long as it isn't from Nis America, because fuck those guys. Starting today, fuck those guys. Fuck Nis America. Hell man, Steam was published by Konami. Both versions. Well, maybe the Steam version was published by Exceed, right? I don't know. But PS2 and PSP versions were published by Konami, if you can believe that. Why will Konami... why would they do that? Miss America, oh, haven't you heard? They told me to... Well, they didn't even bother telling me to go fuck myself. No, if by ZZZ you mean the Zenless Zone Zero game, isn't that a free-to-play game? I didn't get Daybreak, man. So no, I haven't played it, man. I don't care for free-to-play games. So you see that's Butterfly without the mask. She's pretty, huh? Listen, I don't do autographs. Yeah, she's kind of uptight a bit. Yeah, free to play, ain't interested. They are the same people who did Genshin. I wouldn't be interested even if it wasn't developed by them. Nobody knows where is the Suikoden 1 and 2 remaster. Probably being retranslated by Sweet Baby or something. Unfortunately. Just hope that's not the case. Damn you, Atsai! Imagine being called A. Simply AH. It's probably a common name in China, but I mean calling... Or Do. Do here. Hey, what's your name? Do. And your friend's name? Ah. Damn dogs. Tai is pronounced Tai. Okay, so the S is silent. Gotcha, so it's Atai. 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 Atai Osama. What the hell? There. You really ought to pick up the place when you have company over, Graham. What is all this stuff anyway? Burning paper, ashes from incense, a peach wood sword. They're my essentials as shaman. I don't think anyone really believes you're an exorcist. As long as those droid corps outside believe that, that's all that. Eventually we'll get to a point where we're going to have to pretend we do this or that for a living in order to avoid... Anyway. You're so centered. Do you guys think everything happens for a reason? What made you want to play this game again? I'm not exactly playing through it, I'm just showing the game. I'm streaming the game the first 2 hours, as I normally do. I'm not gonna do a full playthrough of it. Everything happens for a reason. I've been playing an hour and 40 minutes. I'm pretty sure I've been playing for a bit more. Ooh, that rare urn in Suikoden, man, that's a bitch to get. A bitch. And there's a similar quest in Eiyuden Chronicle. To recruit one character, you gotta get this rare thing in like the desert, close to a UFO crashing, and you gotta fight a lot of battles just to be able to get it. In Eiyuden Chronicle, equipping some accessories that increase your luck helps a lot, but man, it was a bitch to do, to recruit that character. Yeah, some character recruitment in Eiyuden Chronicle is definitely a love letter to Suikoden 1 and 2. There's a lot of similarities. Anyway guys, so I think I'm gonna tune out now. Mato Anomalies, definitely worth picking up. It's a good game. Don't listen to the reviewers. Listen to one reviewer only, and that's me. It's a good game. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care. And all that jazz.